Hello, my friends. Again, I say my friends on the SosoBone Media Network. Again, I thank you for tuning in and for sharing as much as you have been doing. Again, I say we are come back with sports with our esteemed sports journalist, none other than inductee into the Cricket Hall of Fame, the Honorable John Melbourne, host of John's Sports Corner. And at this time, let me say again, thank you. And please do not hesitate to make comments to tell John how much you enjoy his show. And let me at this time turn you over to the Honorable John Melbourne. And over to you, John.
Thank you so much, Trevor. Very good afternoon to our John Sports Corner family out there. You know, Trevor, my wife just asked me yesterday, why does he call you honorable? I never knew you were honorable now. But again, a very good afternoon, family, and thanks for visiting and staying with our global weekly update on the SosoBone Media Network, the Global Caribbean Media Capital. And also, thank you for subscribing. Continue to subscribe, because we will be bringing a lot of big things for you throughout the year. Let me also remind you that you can go to the Winner's Circle radio store in the SosoBone shop and go gift shopping. Items there are backpacks, tote bags, mugs, t-shirts, sorrel, and of course, the great Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee. Also, new in the shop are t-shirts with the John Sports Corner and Via Condes logos. Let's talk sports as birthdays as usual first, as today Richard Professor Edwards. Barbados and West Indies cricketer, I should say, former Barbados and West Indies cricketer. Professor Edwards only played 5 test matches in which he took 18 wickets with a best bowling innings of 5 for 84 against New Zealand at Wellington. But I guess he just came at a time when the West Indies fast bowling core was just phenomenal.
Yes.
Anyway, tomorrow, Dinanath Ramnarine, former Trinidad and Tobago and West Indies leg spinner, celebrates a birthday. In his 12 test matches, he picked up 45 wickets with a best innings of 5 for 78 against South Africa at Kensington Oval. On Friday, John Carlos, 1968 200-meter Olympic bronze medal winner, who was part of an iconic period in Olympic history, who, along with Tommy Jet Smith, made the Black Power salute on the podium during the U.S. national anthem at the 1968 Olympic Games in Mexico. And Nicole Mitchell, former athlete, also celebrates a birthday on Friday, on Saturday. Again, Tommy Smith. It's so funny. John Carlos celebrates Friday. Tommy Smith on Saturday. It must have been something in their genes. Because, Tommy Smith won the 200 the gold medal at those Olympic Games.
Yes.
Ira Gittins, Trinidad and Tobago Olympian, celebrates a birthday also on Saturday. On Sunday, Ricky Skerritt, former Cricket West Indies president, celebrates a birthday. Andre Ewers, 2019 Jamaica World Champion representative in the 200 meters, celebrates a birthday. Marcos Evangelista de Moraes. We know him as Cafu. And Cafu, the great Brazilian footballer who was a member of 3 Brazilian World Cup teams, winning in 1994 and 2002. He captained the 2002 team. Cafu is the most capped player for Brazil, representing the country 142 times. Let's talk some track and field. At the 3rd meet in the Diamond League season in Rabat, Morocco last Saturday, podium places for Caribbean athletes. Jamaica women took the broom in the women's 100 with a 1-2-3 finish. Tina Clayton, the winner, in 10.85 seconds, followed by Lavanya Williams in 10.95, and Jonelle Smith, 3rd in 11 seconds flat. Rochelle Clayton, 3rd in the women's 400 hurdles in 53.75 seconds. Meanwhile, Grenada's Anderson Peters the men's javelin winner throwing 86.08 meters. Trinidad Tobago's Kishore Walcott was third, throwing 82.52 meters. And we have some results from Saturday's J3's Puma meet in Jamaica. Romario Stewart of Michael won the men's 400 hurdles in 49.82 seconds, with Malik James King second in 50.14 seconds. Meanwhile, Taj Marquis White of Racers won the 400 in 45.91 seconds. Ashanti Moore with Sprint Tech, the women's 100-meter winner in 11 seconds flat. I'm sorry, in 11.52 seconds, I should say. 11.22 seconds, what am I saying? For Ashanti Moore. Meanwhile, the racers pair of Oblique Seville, 9.96, and Bourgeoisie and Krumi, 10.13 seconds, ran 1-2 in the men's 100 meters. And in the world of football, Jamaica's young and largely inexperienced Reggae Boys lost the Unity Cup final to Nigeria 3-0 on Sunday. Al-Hassan Yusuf scored twice, while Terry Moffitt scored the other goal for the winners. And despite the loss, Coach Rudolph Speed came away happy that he saw a few youngsters whom he thinks will serve Jamaica well in the future.
Development, John. We talk about development. Yes, he's looking at development, not looking at school wins, but at development, and that's the way to go.
Because he did select, I think it was 6 teenagers in the squad for the Unity Cup.
Yes.
The third place game, Zimbabwe defeated India 1-0. And Jamaica Reggae Girls captain Khadija Bonishaw has another trophy under her belt, with Manchester City women defeating Brighton and Hove 4-0 to win the Women's FA Cup final at Wembley on Sunday. Bonishaw scored the opening goal to add to her season's tally, and also handed off the assist on the third goal scored by Aoba Fujino.
Very generous, John. Very generous. And she has a 4-year contract under her belt, too.
Right. Money talks, nobody walks. I am so happy for Bonishaw. As a matter of fact, as we speak, Trevor, and I'll come to it, but Fraser's Whip, who won the Jamaica Women's Premier League. I am in conversations now with those guys to try and get them on our program so we can talk about Jamaica women's football and its development.
Definitely, John, most definitely.
Moving on to cricket scores in the T20 International Tri-Nation Series between West Indies, Pakistan, and Ireland. At Dublin, in a rain-hit thriller, Ireland women in a historic first ever 1-run Duckworth-Lewis win over West Indies women in Game 4 of the series. West Indies women 141 for 8 from 20 overs. Janila Glasgow top scored with 36. Shamaine Campbell 21. Ava Cannon 2 for 11 from 4 overs. Oda Pendergrass 2 for 26 from 4 overs. And asked to get 99 from 14.1 overs after the rain. Ireland women hit the mark on the button for the loss of 5 wickets. Oda Pendergrass guiding Ireland with her 71 not out. Shawnisa Hector 2 for 21 from 2 overs. And of course, the player of the match, Oda Pendergrass. West Indies squad for the Women's T20 World Cup is now has been released, which is Hayley Matthews, captain, Chanel Henry, vice captain, Alia Aline, Charmaine Campbell, Jazari Claxton, Deandra Darting, Afi Fletcher, Janila Glasgow, Shanisha Hector, Zayda James, Kiana Joseph, Mandy Mangru, Ashmini Munisar, Karishma Ram Harak, and Stefani Taylor. West Indies women open against New Zealand June 13th at Southampton.
Uh-huh.
In the world of netball down under in the Suncore Super League, where several Sunshine Girls are performing. In round 12, Lightning Sunshine Coast lift 74-54 over Jody Ann Ward's Giants Netball. Shimona Nelson's Melbourne Mavericks 60-57 over Romelda Aiken George and Katie Ann Dehaney's West Coast Fever. And Latanya Wilson's Adelaide Thunderbirds 61-42 over the Melbourne Vixens. And that's where we blow the whistle on John Sports Corner this Wednesday afternoon on the SosoBone Media Network. But hope you have had a wonderful week so far. Thanks for joining us. And certainly tell your friends that we span the sports globe. So tell them to lock into John Sports Corner. And remember to go to the Winner Circle Sports Store in the SosoBone shop and pick up available merchandise of your choice, including the great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. Family, be safe via Condias.
Yes, again I say welcome back to John Sports Corner as we take you to the second rung of the ladder with sports like you have never heard sports before. And again, let me say thank you for tuning in, thank you for sharing, and thank you for all those lovely comments you have been making. And let me kick you over at this time to none other than inductee into the First World Cricket Hall of Fame, the Honorable John Melbourne.
Thank you, Trevor. Good afternoon, family and friends locked into John Sports Corner. Thank you for visiting and staying with our global weekly update on the SosoBone Media Network, the Global Caribbean Media Capital. Let me remind you to go to the Winner Circle Radio Store in the SosoBone shop and go gift shopping. There are backpacks, tote bags, mugs, T-shirts, sorrel, and the great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. New in the shop, T-shirts with John Sports Corner and Viacon Diaz logos. Father's Day is coming up, family. You can certainly go to the shop and get some unusual, if you may, Father's Day's gifts.
Yes,
Let's start with birthdays. Wasim Akram, one of the great Pakistan left-arm fast bowlers, represented Pakistan in 104 test matches in which he picked up 414 test wickets. He also played in 356 one-day internationals in which he got 502 wickets.
Wow.
You know something I never quite fathomed? Why athletes miss drug tests? Maybe one, but when you miss 3 in a 12-month period and give the impression of going afoul of the rules, athletes know they are obligated to random drug testing, and 3 misses in a 12-month period will result in harsh sanctions. Anyway, indoor world champion long jump bronze medalist and Jamaican national long jump champion Kerry McLeod has drawn a 2-year ban by the Athletics Integrity Unit for a whereabouts violation for missing 3 drug tests in a 12-month period.
Wow.
I suppose, Professor, he has the option now of joining the enhanced games.
Well, that you don't have to worry about drug test for that one.
That's right. Anyway, a 16-member West Indies Academy squad headed for Sri Lanka for a multi-format series June 3rd through the 27th against Sri Lanka emerging players. The squad is Rivaldo Clark captain, Kevlin Anderson, Ryan Bandu, Jediah Blades, Giovante de Pisa, Mavendra Dindial, Nathan Edward, Damel Evelyn, Maury Goodrich, Johan Jeremiah, Shakari Paris, M. Becky Joseph, Johan Lane, Zishan Motara, Helvin Pittman, and Raniko Smith. The tour comprises of 2 4-day matches and 3 50-over matches. The squad travels to Hambantota for the 2 4-day matches, then on to Colombo for the white ball series. The first 4-day match scheduled for June 8th through the 11th at Mahindra Majapaksa International Stadium. Game 2 also at the same venue, June 15th to the 18th. Then the 50-over games, June 22nd, 24th, and 26th. Trevor, Professor.
Yes.
When I saw this, that a 16-member squad is going, a 60-member academy squad is going to Sri Lanka to play 2 4-day games and 3 50-over white ball games. I said to myself, well, this is what I have always said about West Indies cricket. I don't think West Indies cricket have the talent to be selecting test match team, T20 team, 50-over team.
Right.
I believe you select our what you consider to be our best 17, and they play all the formats. I mean, here's an instance. They select 17 players to play 2 4-day games and white ball games.
Invariably, if you do that, you're going to be selecting your best players. But when you have the present system of some players only play one type of game, and some players are will play test, then it sort of water down the whole I would say image as well as the record of a player. A player that only plays T20, that goes outside there, shuts his eyes or has good hand-to-eye coordination. So when he shuts his eyes, he hits the ball out the park. And he knows that he will not be there long, so he doesn't even have to exercise too much.
You know something, Professor? What I find so interesting with cricket now and internationally, you look at the Australia, you look at the England, you look at the India. Several of their top players play all versions of the game.
Yes. Yes.
What's wrong with us? Why we I mean, not that we follow fashion, but I still believe you select your best 16, 18, whatever it is, and they play all versions of the game.
Well, I don't think
and I think this is what happened to like a Craig Brathwaite. All he played was Test cricket. And you play 2 Test matches, and he probably don't play again until 8 months down the road. How does he continue to master his game against top-class world bowling by playing couple of days in the year?
Well, the question, John, is whether or not the West Indies is looking at present successful cricket regions and see how they are utilizing the players. Because if we have other countries where their players are playing all formats and we are playing selective formats, what data do we use to determine that a selective format for players is the best thing for cricket? That it is best for some players only to play T20 versus a country that has a successful cricket program and their players are playing all the formats. Why make we think that we have data to support our decision to be so selective, John?
Maybe it's AI, Trevor.
Okay.
Maybe they're using AI.
For truth.
Because even right now, the first one-day international between Sri Lanka and West Indies in progress at Sabina Park. And it's still on. The game is still on, but I don't think Western is going to make. I'll be very surprised if they make the 304 or 5 runs they need to make to win this match. You know, um, right now they are about 201 for 5.
Okay.
You know, and Shea Hope, not Shea Hope, Rastan chases at the wicket with Gudakesh Moti, your spinner.
Oh boy.
So you're down into your bowlers now because who is coming now? Alzari Joseph, Shamar Joseph, and Jaden Seals.
And Shepherd and Older is not there to bail them out.
Oh, Shepard just got out.
Oh well.
And Holder's not in the squad.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Oh my.
Well, you know,
Hmm.
it's a numbers game. But
Well, well, after a while they're gonna start we can't count.
hmm, hmm.
I mean,
And I think Holder actually was playing IPL cricket. It just that just ended. I think he was in the final.
yes, I know he was on.
Yeah,
He was not
yeah. So
inside,
maybe that's why he wasn't selected.
you know. Mm. But
Anyway, Trevor, let's move on
mm,
to some football news as Jamaica Reggae Girls are have a couple of international friendlies ahead of them, June 5th and 8th against Panama in Panama. And the Reggae Girls squad is in goal, Rebecca Spencer and Alia Morgan, Leah Brooks. In defense, Tiana Harris, Konya Plummer, Naya Cardoza, Cameron Simmons, Amelia Van Zanten, Alison Swaby, Denisha Blackwood. In the midfield is Drew Spence, Atlanta Primus, Peyton McNamara, Jade Bailey, and Nakayla Small. And up front, the forward line is Soleil Washington, Taylor McKenna, Paige Bailey Gale, Natasha Thomas, Trudy Carter, Shania Hales, Jody Brown, and Chanel Buckley.
mhm.
Trinidad and Tobago lose 5 goals to 0 to South Africa in an international friendly.
Ooh.
And Manchester City closed the season by winning the Manchester City women, that is, closed the season by winning the Women's FA Cup final against Brighton and Hove
Okay.
at Wembley Stadium last Sunday.
Mhm.
And we go to the Sport of Kings, the final jewel of the 2026 Triple Crown Series, the 158th running of the Belmont Stakes, scheduled for Saturday, that's Saturday, June the 6th.
Mhm.
And because of ongoing construction at Belmont Park for the 3rd straight year, the race will be run at Saratoga Racecourse. And because Saratoga is smaller than Belmont, the race will be run over 1.25 miles, not the 1.5 miles.
Wow.
As of today, 9 horses listed to face the starter. Derby winner, Golden Tempo, is back at 92 and is down to go from the 9 hole. So too Renegade, who was second in the Derby. He's at 2-1 and drawn at post position for the Preakness winner, Napoleon Solo, not entered.
But you know, John, I mean, this means that even some of the horses that used to come last on the 1.5 miles have a good chance on the 1.25 miles, you know.
Huh? I
Yes.
mean, the 1.5 miles was a test of stamina, you know.
Yeah, that's right. That is my point. So
Yeah.
when you cut it by 1/4, all those horses that used to run out of stamina, run out of stamina, 30 yards from the finish line, they might be in there. They might be just warming up at the when at the mile for the quarter.
Oh, what I don't understand, you know, Trevor,
Yeah.
although the track is smaller, you tell me that still can't measure 1.5 miles?
Well,
And
I guess
I need to find out why they can't run the 1.5 miles on that track.
I think maybe because of where the starting gate is, John.
Your starting gate can move.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on the distance you move the starting gate. Whether
Okay.
it's 5 furlongs, 7 furlongs. Yeah,
Well, since it is the sport of kings and we are
because
not.
I think they're on. It's a tractor move the starting gates to different points, you know.
Okay, okay.
Because I think that's some kind of road wheels or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, man. It's just a finish line don't move. But the starting gate moves, can move, depending on what the distance is. Well, I'm going to find out why is it. I have to find out why
Okay.
they couldn't run, what difference it makes. I mean, a mile and a half. Moved it another, what is it? 2 furlongs. We are back to go the mile and a half.
Mm. So,
Anyway, that's where we shut the gates on John Sports Corner for this Wednesday afternoon on the SosoBone Media Network. You know, folks, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the week. And I love to say, via con Dios.
again, I say, let us go back to the upcoming news about the Belmont Stakes, which will be coming on in a couple of days. And I'm telling you, since it is the sport of kings and we are not kings, we will just sit in the stands and watch the billionaires as they enjoy their games. So let me say thank you for tuning in to none other than the John Sports Corner with the Honorable John Melbourne as we take over again to John Sports Corner. And back over to you, John.
Thank you so much, Trevor. Good afternoon, family, friends, all across the globe, locked into John Sports Corner. Again, thank you for visiting and staying with our global weekly update on the SosoBone Media Network, the global Caribbean media capital.
Yes.
And I remind you again that you can go to Winner Circle Radio Store in the SosoBone shop and go gift shopping. There are backpacks, tote bags, t-shirts, sorrel, mugs. Of course, you get the mug, you can either put the sorrel and drink in there or the Great Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee.
Oh, yes.
All in the shop. Also new in the shop, t-shirts with the John Sports Corner and via Condias logos. Go gift shopping, family. In birthdays, Ibrahim Hussein, Kenya's marathon runner and the first Kenyan and African runner to win the Boston Marathon 3 times: 1988, 1991, and 1992.
Wow. Guess they still have three Mercedes Benz, John.
Let's talk cricket, Trevor. Lovely, not lovely because West Indies just lost another wicket, 214 for 6,
Oh.
with Gudakesh Moti just getting out for 22. Anyway, it's the opening game at Sabina Park against Sri Lanka. That's West Indies, Sri Lanka. And West Indies took the field with Shea Hope captain John Campbell, Justin Greaves, Casey Carty, Sherfane Rutherford, Roston Chase, Matthew Ford, Gudakesh Moti, Alzari Joseph, Chamar Joseph, and Jaden Seals. And following a meeting in Ahmedabad on Sunday, the ICC has reportedly suspended Cricket Canada's membership following a series of controversies and allegations of corruption and financial mismanagement.
Wow, wow, wow.
Cricket Canada will be permitted to access ICC funding through a controlled funding mechanism under the oversight of ICC management solely for the approved national team programs. The ICC will also provide Cricket Canada with a set of reinstatement conditions aimed at addressing the governance and administrative issues identified by the board. And Jamaica Women's Premier League, again, the Fraser's Whip are the Jamaica Women's Premier League champions once more, defeating Arnett Gardens 2 goals to 0 in Saturday's final. It is their 4th Jamaica Women's Premier League title on the trot. And Jennifer Williams scored both goals for Fraser's Whip.
Mm.
Manchester United have agreed to a 35 million pound sterling for Atalanta 26-year-old Brazilian midfielder Ederson.
Mm.
The deal is expected to be completed before United return for spring training.
Lord
And
have
now
mercy.
that the 48 World Cup squads are confirmed, Manchester City may not have won the English Premiership, but they have the most club players selected, 19, representing 12 different countries.
Oh.
German champions Bayern Munich have 18 players, while Arsenal with 16 players representing 10 countries.
Mm. Mm.
None of Curacao, Iran, Iraq, or Qatar squad played in Europe's top 5 leagues this season.
Oh. Mm.
And there are a few 40-year-olds in the FIFA World Cup this year, the oldest being 43-year-old goalkeeper Craig Gordon of Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo is 41.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico's goalkeeper Guillermo Ochoa, Croatia's midfielder Luka Modric, Bosnian forward Edin Dzeko, Germany's goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, Cape Verde's goalkeeper Josimar Jose Ivira Diaz, better known as Vizinha, and Uruguay goalkeeper Fernanda Muslera, all in their 40s.
Okay.
The youngest squad in the World Cup is Ivory Coast, 25 years and 310 days.
Mm.
Mexico's Gilberto Mora is the youngest player in the FIFA World Cup this year at age 17, while
Playing
there are also a few 18-year-olds across teams.
and they'll be playing against grandfathers, John.
Hmm. Well, Trevor, it's not getting any better for West Indies. They just lost Ross and Chase.
Okay.
7 wickets down.
Oh
Let's
boy.
talk track and field. At Saturday's Under Armour Track and Field Nationals at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, Jamaica's Kellyanne Beckford went sub 2 minutes in for the first time actually in her career, stopping the clock in 1 minute, 58.88 seconds to win the 800 meters, which
Mm.
is a national record. Okay, no, yeah. Her previous best time was 2 minutes, flat 70.17 seconds.
Mhm.
Jamaica's senior men's 800 national record holder, Navaski Anderson, was also at the meet, and he placed second in the pro-professional men's event in 1 minute, 44.56 seconds. And in tennis news, number 1 seed Ariana Sabalenka knocked out in the quarterfinal round at Roland Garros by 25th seed Russian Diana Schneider, 3-6, 7-5, 6-love. Sabalenka had dismissed Naomi Osaka in the round of 16 on Monday, 7-5, 6-3.
Okay.
And today we look at the career of Pakistan's Zahir Abbas as we take a look at cricket history. He was dubbed Asian Bradman. He scored 5,062 test runs with a best of 274 in only his second test match
Right.
against England at Edgbaston.
Mhm.
Zahir scored 12 test centuries. 6 of his 12 centuries was scored against India. Does that tell you something about the rivalry between Pakistan and India anyway?
Oh,
In the
yes.
test series against West Indies, he played in 3 series actually against West Indies, 2 at home and 1 in the Caribbean. He never scored a century against the West Indies.
Okay,
And
sweet.
before I close, let me remind you, Saturday, October 3rd, the 45th Cricket Hall of Fame induction ceremony at the Marriott Hotel in Windsor, Connecticut. Among the nominees for induction in this year function is Jamaica Cricket Association President Dr. Donovan Bennett, former Kingston College cricketer Patrick Hamilton, who dedicated his life to cricket in Connecticut, and chairman of the Cricket Sierra Leone, Francis Trevor Samura. For
Okay.
tickets, you can call 860-847-5012. Again, for tickets, you may call 860-847-5012. And that's where we draw stumps on John Sports Corner for this Wednesday afternoon on the SosoBone Media Network. Again, thanks for joining us. Have your friends check out John Sports Corner. Tell them we span the sports globe. Family, enjoy the rest of the week. Vaya con Dios.